Hi, welcome to another week at Branching Out. This weekend, I'm going to concentrate on some of this bare root seeds that I have been stratifying in the fridge for quite a while. They're going to be red oak and shag bark hickory, and I believe there's a few peaches in there that I will separate and put in pots. But we want to fill up these air prune beds. I got some Pro Mix from Home Hardware that was on sale for $21 for 2 cubic feet. So it cost me roughly $89 or $90 for 4 bags. That's 8 square feet, or 8 cubic feet. Yeah, so we're gonna fill up at least 2. We're gonna open it up. We're gonna see if we have anything that's already starting to sprout, because that's always a good thing to see that. But if not, it does not matter. We're gonna take them out of here and we're gonna put them in here, and then we're gonna place them outside in the squirrel cage. So another thing we're gonna have to do is get some handles for that squirrel cage, which I did have some at work and I forgot them. So that'll be a next week project. I also received my bare roots trees in the mail. I have the 1 of 2 coming. So these ones I got 15 from Zero Fox Tree in BC online. I recommend them. So far I bought them from twice and I haven't been unsatisfied yet. So they do a really good job. So kudos to Zero Fox Tree. And another one is called treetime.ca. I also got 15 more of them coming. So we're gonna take a look at them a little bit later, the ones that came in from Zero Fox, and I'll show you what I got. I got 5 of each. I got 3 different types of plants, and they're all going into the food forest this year. So what we're gonna do is take them out of there. We're gonna get them into pots, and we're gonna place them on a skid and keep them in the greenhouse until it's time to put them outside. So we're definitely going to start them a lot earlier instead of waiting till the end of the year or like in the fall time to start planting all these trees. We're going to want to get them in as quickly as possible and get it over with. So let's take a look at this. That's going to be the next thing. We're going to fill one of these up first, and then we're going to see how we made out with our cold stratification. Okay, so I've gone through the entire box, and these are all my shag bark hickory right here, from here over. And not one of them had sprouted. Now, I'm gonna go on a limb and say they could have went in longer. And another thing I just wanted to point out too is there was a little bit of mold coming in here because this is definitely too moist. I can actually feel the water kind of squeezing out. See that? And these are all my red oak right here. There's a couple of peach that also didn't sprout, but the red oak, there's probably half of them have sprouts on them already. So again, we're going to set up a air prune box, and we're just going to place them on the top and put a nice little light layer on top, and we're going to water them in, put them in the squirrel cage. Call it the squirrel cage. I don't know. It's mostly for squirrels. All right, so let's fill in one of the air prune boxes. Okay, so am I in no way affiliated with Home Hardware or Pro Mix? This just happened to be a all-purpose mix that I can use outside and for a few pots. That was actually kind of on sale. It wasn't as cheap as I wish it was, but it'll do okay. So we're gonna get that into here and level it off. So we're gonna leave about maybe 2 inches to 1 inch before the top of the air prune box. All right, we'll start with the red oak. And basically we're just gonna take them and drop them in about 1 inch from each other or less. We're just gonna pack them right on in there. So you got your little taproot there. I'm gonna plant them sideways because the other taproot's gonna wanna come up the other way. So one's gonna go down and the other one's gonna come up. So just do that. And again, you wanna pack this down just ever so slight, you know. You want to make sure it's nice and firm. It's not super loose because when you go to water, it'll all just cave in on you. So yeah, let's just do this. See, this one here's got a double. That means one's going to go up, one's the root, and one's the stem. So we'll just place it down like so, and let it do its job. Everything else, again, with acorns, just put them on their side. They will find their way. All right, they're all in there pretty tight. You know, you can put them in there pretty dense, and now we're just gonna lightly cover it, each one, stick it outside and water it in. And that's pretty much all we're gonna do. It's pretty easy. And again, we don't wanna like super cover these. We're just gonna leave them just a nice layer on the top. A couple, maybe a centimeter or something like that. Give it a little tap with your hand, little tamper, just a little bit. Get them in there, a little more down on the end there. And yeah, and that's about it, really. That's not one, no. Okay, just like so. Now, we just gotta water it in. That's pretty much it. So we're gonna do 2 more because there's a lot of shag bark hickory. And again, if they don't work by sticking them in the fridge for 3 months, the hickories, and they don't do what they did. They've been in there since December. So December, January, February, March. They've been basically 3 months, maybe a little more. And if that doesn't work, well, then maybe next year when I'll collect fresh ones and I'll put them in for a lot longer in the fridge. Sometimes what I did is when they didn't sprout, I'd stick them back in the fridge. So that's it. Let's get the rest of them done. All right, so we're all done. It wasn't that hard. Just fill it up, put your stuff down in a nice even layer, and then tamp it down a little bit, and just add a light layer on top. So we got the red oak over here, and we got 2 boxes of shag bark hickory, and in this one here, there's some spontaneous peach pits. So we'll see if they come up too. So that's pretty much it for this section. So we're gonna move on, and we're gonna get out those bare roots, and we're gonna take a look at them. All right, so as I was mentioning in the earlier part of the video, that we got a shipment in of my bare root trees. So we're gonna open it up, take a look, show you what I'm gonna be putting into the food forest this year. Okay, so here's my package from Zero Fox Tree Crops. This is the second time I've gotten from them, and so far I've been pretty happy. One of the things that I got from them last year, I just brought it into the greenhouse, was my quince. It was the only one that I didn't plant this year because I wasn't sure where I wanted to put it. But yeah, so we're just gonna cut this open gently. They package it very well. They put these like thick branches in there to kind of, you know, protect the plant, and they have a little moisture pack thingy down here that keeps the roots kind of moist. And yeah, so we're just gonna get the old trusty jackknife here and start opening it up. And we're gonna speed the video up a bit because it's gonna take a minute. All right, so I don't know what that is. I don't think it's bamboo. I think it's a reed or a bulrush or something they used. Pretty clever though. Anyways, we're gonna take that off here. It's just one. I thought there was like a 3 in a teepee style there, but that's fine. Just get these little ties off here and open them up. Okay, so that's that. And then we'll get rid of this thing here. All right, so right here, it's just plastic in, looks like wood chips. And you can tell as I open that up, you can see the roots are just lengthy. They're very nice looking roots. So here's a bundle right here. A little trapped in there with each other. Gently, just gently caress them apart. So these are my 5 hazelnuts. I'd have to look them up to find out exactly what they are, but it says OSU 5 on them. And then over here, we have the Nanking cherries. So these are my 5 Nanking cherries. I'll be putting them out in the back tree line there. These are more of a tart cherry. All right, and then my final here is just the good old American plum. So these are just the common American plum, but they do have a nice fruit that come from them. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to these too as well. So we're gonna get these into pots. These ones look like they're gonna need fairly larger pots. We're gonna wanna root, or at least bury them up to about here, as it looks like that's where they've been growing. So, and these, put them in smaller pots, and then so on and so forth. medium-sized pots. So let's get going. Got to fill up some pots and get them in the pot. All right, so let's get at it. We're going to start with the, I believe these are American plums here. They're the biggest, so we're going to use the biggest pots for them. I could have put them in bigger pots, but these I plan to plant these like before fall. And some of the other stuff, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to nurture them for the season and put them in the fall. I'm just going to get this off here. There we go. Okay, plum it is. So I'm going to have to come back, and I will mark these. I don't always mark my stuff, which is silly, but I'm going to mark these ones. All right, so just gently get those roots apart. That's it, just give them a little wiggle. And we're gonna get this down to about the, well, it looks like they already had a dirt line. So, in fact, probably would have been easier if I just dump it out and start again. So, sometimes you just gotta live and learn. A little bit in there. We definitely want some on the bottom. Just like that, pack it down, tamp it down a little bit. Give this a little, you know, tell the roots where you want them to go. And yeah, that should be about it, right about there. We'll just fill her up. Like that, we'll just keep putting it in there, and don't forget to tamp it down. That's important. Keep it nice and straight. I'm going to put that water in. This is going to tamp down again. So I may even add more later. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, really. I'm gonna put as much as I can, though. All right, so get that packed in there. Just like that. I kind of went to the top, but it's gonna sink down once I water it. So place it over here on the table, and we'll just continue on. So these are the Nanting cherries. You can see, just want to get you a nice look at those roots. Really nice roots, but they're long. So definitely got to use the bigger pots. I was hoping to use the smaller ones to get them started. Some of the ones I got last year, like the persimmon, was just small in general to start. So yeah, we're gonna get onto those, and we're just gonna kind of do these both. Now we got the hazelnut, as you can see, just lots of wood chips and stuff like that. Just keep the moisture in there, knock some of that off. And that's about it, really. So you plant one, you plant another. Oh, look at this. I just noticed too on this one here, the buds have already started. So the real reason I'm doing this in here too and getting them already going is because I want to keep in the greenhouse. I'm going to give them a good head start, and that way I can plant them throughout the summertime when I get some time and or need to make video. So that's pretty much it, really. We're going to show you what it looks like in the end because, like I said, we're going to be using these bigger pots to do some of the smaller stuff, and we're going to really get them a little bit deeper too. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when we're quite done. There's no point of showing you filling dirt, 15 times. So let's get going. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do here today is just water them in real good. I gave my other plants a good drink. And then I'm just gonna show you real quick some of the growth I've been getting on my plants here in the greenhouse. This is really gonna help. So yeah, these things were not soaked. We're gonna soak them down because they're gonna last all week and it's gonna get pretty warm in here. It's 20 degrees in here right now in zone 6B. We're in Southern Ontario. And it's 20 degrees in the greenhouse. But it's like 0 outside. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, we just give them a good water and then we'll keep an eye on them. And we've already got some here that are already starting to sprout here. So I'll get a close up and then you guys come back next week, watch another video. And that's it. Give them a good drink here. And then we got some buds ready to break. And here, these are already breaking. Breaking bad, breaking buds. And then down here, oh man, the Hascaps just love it in here. I've never seen such good growth on my Hascaps. And some of the strawberries are coming up. Lavender's coming back. What's this? We got gooseberry and currant. They're also budding. My lilacs are budding. So you can see here again, lilacs, Hascaps. And then we got very small bud action going on in the apples right now. That's okay. And then one last thing I wanted to show you before I go is these prickly pear. So the prickly pear have really bounced up. If you saw any of my videos, you'd see they were just laying down. Now I gave them a little bit of water. In a week or two, I'll give them a little bit more. And they're all plumping right back up. So these are gonna be nice and pretty when I'm in here. I can't wait. All right. Have a good one. Stay safe. See you next week.